It's the Montessori Power Hour. I'm Aubrey Hargis.
And I'm David Hargis. This week we're sharing a few holiday activities, Montessori inspired, of course, that you can do with your child while waiting for that very special night. Plus, I think Mr. Bunny might be around the corner, and of course, plenty of merriness. Now I see we are starting to get folks coming on in. It's good to see you. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you are. If you can hear us, you're having any trouble, just let us know in the chat and we will adjust. It's the holiday time. It's Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Can you believe it?
I can believe it because there's decorations everywhere, but it seems like the older I get, the faster it comes. So both, like I believe it, but also it's like, it's so close.
It's just around the corner, folks.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I think it's just a week, right?
Yes.
It's 8 days, I guess.
Looked at the calendar the other day. I was like, it was just November, and here we are.
Well, you know, it's been a pretty good year, I think. Actually, any year that I get to spend with you is a good year. And so I got you a little something.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. I know you weren't expecting it, but Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. Can I open it now?
Yeah. Now, I think you should guess, though. I think you should try and guess what it is. Now, folks, if you can guess what this is just by looking at it through the screen, you win a prize. What?
We didn't talk about that.
Well, the prize is my gratitude.
Okay. All right. Well, it feels like it's something that comes in a box. I can feel that it's got a lid.
Yes.
And kind of makes a clunk sound.
Yes.
So, something that makes a clunk sound and comes in a box.
Yes. Yeah. Any other notable traits that you feel as you're...
Well, I mean, the bottom part feels very kind of cube-like. I don't know. I mean, it feels kind of like just a traditional Christmas present box.
Better open it up. Let's see what's in there.
Okay. All right.
And what it is? What is it?
Can we guess now, friends? Okay, I'm gonna reveal. I know. Now I know. I'm gonna reveal the top.
Okay.
Can we guess now?
Yes, it is.
It is the binomial cube.
It's the binomial cube.
Oh, I love this material.
Heather got it.
Did you get it, Heather?
And you win a prize. My eternal gratitude.
Someone tell him that's not a real prize.
It's the best prize. Somebody tell her.
So the binomial cube is really cool. It's honestly, it's probably one of the only Montessori materials that I have never tried to DIY.
Now, we have had members try to DIY.
Oh, yeah, we have.
We don't recommend.
Well, you know what?
But I think they had a good time.
Yeah, whatever helps you to have a good time with Montessori is great. The binomial cube is really, really cool. It's actually a sensorial material that teaches algebra without actually teaching algebra. So for even the very littlest children, by completing the puzzle, they're starting to kind of understand the concepts of how these geometric shapes relate to each other. So that's very cool. Thank you so much.
The cousin, the trinomial cube as well.
Yes.
And this is a really tricky one. This is kind of a specialized material. And so you might not have one. And we actually don't even consider it.
It actually comes with kind of a key on
the
top.
We don't consider it one of the essentials because it is pretty specialized and can be a little expensive. You're not going to get as many uses out of it. But as far as materials go, the binomial and the trinomial cube are aces.
They're really
so
cool. I mean, they essentially are puzzles.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're looking to get your kid a puzzle for a special holiday that's coming up, this is a good one. I mean, you know, unless you know a lot about Montessori, you're not going to know that it's a Montessori material or think of it as like an educational thing. It's just fun. It's just a fun puzzle. And I have noticed like children have a lot less trouble with the binomial and the trinomial cubes than the adults do. I think we get stuck in our heads when we try and do it. For little ones, like it just feels a lot more intuitive to them.
Well, I hope you like it.
Thank you. I do like it.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Well,
I also got
What?
you a gift.
You did?
Surprise.
Oh, they say good things come in small packages. Okay. Here's great. You guys can hear the crinkle. This is an ASMR video now, I guess. Now, what do you guys think this is? We have a new prize, if you can guess.
My eternal gratitude.
Yes. Okay. It feels bumpy.
I think we should give him a copy of the Mary Montessori Christmas
The full book or the sample pack?
sample. Well, I mean, we could, if we could deliver that, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. It feels bumpy. It's very flat. It doesn't make a big noise. Anybody? What do you guess? I have a guess.
No.
Oh. It's not chocolate.
It's not chocolate. It feels bumpy.
It feels
And
bumpy. I'm going to guess that it's
And it's in a square.
100 square. It is 100 square. Brr, 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 brr. I love
All right.
these. Now, you
I
made
know.
these.
I actually made that one, yeah.
Now, this is on our essentials list. If you have downloaded our essentials list, or if you haven't, head over to our website. You can grab a copy of it. 20 Montessori essentials, and the golden beads are for sure an essential. For one thing, you use them all over the place in the Montessori curriculum, just again and again and again. They have like infinite practicality.
Yeah.
They're really awesome at teaching abstract things in a concrete way, and that is math. And they're super easy to DIY. Now, you worked real hard on these really nice glass ones, but you've made them out of pony beads.
Oh, yeah.
We give them out of
We
paper
made 'em-
versions.
I made them out of Mardi Gras beads once. That was fun.
You don't do that anymore, though, because
I don't, because I just don't trust the Mardi Gras beads to not be toxic anymore.
That's right.
So, but I actually called the company to make sure these glass golden beads, the paint was up to standards.
You never know what kind of foolish person would stick it in his mouth.
Anyway, I feel like it really pays. Oh, I love this so much. I feel like it really pays to make your own Montessori
Hey,
materials.
this is my present. No. I hope you guys had it. Now, this is actually a fun game. We didn't include this in our Montessori, the sample pack, but it is actually a classic that we did with our kids forever, and that is wrapping up stuff that you already have and playing. Practice.
Yes.
Practice playing Christmas or gift giving. It's great for grace and courtesy.
Yes.
It's a really fun kind of mystery bag sort of thing where they're feeling
Honestly,
it.
kids just love to unwrap things, and so you can reuse the same wrap paper if you kind of wrap it loosely. It'll probably last well enough, and it's just really fun.
It is really
yeah.
fun.
So something fun that you could do that would be really easy, that would kind of keep the interest going, is you could wrap your Montessori shelf materials, just a few of them, not the whole. I mean, you could wrap the whole shelf if you wanted to, but just some of the materials. Just take out the usual materials that are there, select a few, wrap them up, put them on the shelf, and then just see what happens.
Yeah, it's actually awesome, and it's just a very Montessori thing to do, it feels like. I love doing it with the kids, and it's such a treat. I didn't do it when I was a kid. It was something you taught me to do with our boys.
To wrap the things that we own already.
Yeah, but it's just a delight. Now, we did not, besides our eternal gratitude, which is real, it is a real gift, by the way, and Heather, you've won that gift. We actually did provide something of a free gift for everybody out there. If you are on our mailing list or you follow us on Instagram, you should have received a link with this booklet in it. It's actually taken from a longer book we wrote several years ago. It is 4 Montessori activities that are Christmas inspired or Christmas themed, I guess you would say. And if you didn't get your packet, you can still grab it. Just head over to our website, childoftheredwoods.com/Christmas. You put in your email address and our elves will send you this packet. And it's fun. It's a fun one to have. So we wanted to show off a couple of these activities to kind of walk you through what you might get and kind of maybe give you some ideas for how to bring the Montessori merriment to the Christmas season.
Yes.
And the first one we wanted to show out is actually one of the 2 reading and writing. You're going to get 2 reading and writing and 2 mathematics. And this one is called Holiday Outline Matching.
Okay.
So this is a matching outline to shape activity. Let's see. Yeah. And it's a classic. You're going to find lots of variations of this kind of activity in the core curriculum, including in sensorial. In sensorial, I was going to show you guys here. Let's switch.
You going to switch top down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so if you're in the... Yeah, so if you are looking for this in the core curriculum, you're going to find it all over the place. For example, here, this is a sensorial level 3 called polygons, curvilinears, quadrilaterals, and outlines. We're looking at the steps on how to do it from our digital lesson explorer. You could also look it up in the booklet, or and it would also match to the cards. But basically, in this version, this level 3 version, you're going to use the geometry cabinet, and you're going to match shapes to outlines with thick and thin outlines. Now, the version that we created for the book is a variation on that. And so it's kind of a fun holiday thing to do. But, oh, I don't think I actually showed that. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
There we are. Yeah,
Yeah,
so here you go. You can now see it.
Just a little peek into the Lesson Explorer.
Yeah, so you can, this is the traditional version, but the version that we created for the book it's kind of a fun, festive variation on it. But I thought it might be nice to start off with the kind of the version you might see in the sensorial department. Did you happen to have any of those outlines?
Well, actually, there are actually several versions of this activity within the Montessori curriculum. So that was a good example that you kind of pulled up for the Lesson Explorer.
It's just one of several variations on matching shapes to outlines.
It is, yeah. So the first one I want to start with is actually not from our geometry cabinet. It's actually the geometric solids, which I think probably more of our members have on hand right now.
Okay.
So let me show you that first. So here is our set of geometric solids, which we have also DIY'd in the past, but this is
I'm gonna switch to the top.
a version that you might see. Oh,
Or
you're
do you want
switching
to-
from the top.
Oh, that's okay. We can go back.
That's okay. I can.
Here we go. Ho, ho, ho.
Just wherever. Okay.
You got to keep her on her toes, folks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this set of geometric solids, this is one that I actually ordered from a Montessori materials company, and it actually comes with these little outlines right here. And so I think, one of the very first steps in this activity is to help your child kind of understand that a solid material can be represented in 2D form. And so this is just one example of a way that you could match a solid material to an outline. In this case, it's a thick outline, and it's actually wooden, which is quite nice. Right? You could get paper versions of these as well. So this is one option of a way that you could do this kind of activity at home with basically any object that you happen to have around you. Here's an example of my coffee thermos. Maybe draw a thick outline on some paper and then just give your children an assortment of objects. They can place the solid object onto it right away. And then kind of transitioning away from the actual physical solid object would be to draw more attention to the outline of an object kind of in a flatter 2D sense.
Right, the progression is you work more with object to object matching, I think, comes first. because you're dealing with a three-dimensional. And then I think you progress then to object to picture, and I think it's picture to picture, I think is the way we...
That's in our language sequence.
Right. Well, yes, go ahead.
And this is in our sensorial.
Right,
This
but
is in
the
the
purpose
sensorial
of these activities, to kind of jump ahead a little bit, is to train, you're really training the eye to distinguish between different types or amongst different types of shapes, because that sort of recognition is key to letter recognition. So if it's in sensorial or it's in the language, reading and writing curriculum, either one, part of what you're doing here is you're helping build those muscles, so to speak, in the eye, the child's eye, so that it's supportive of learning to read and write.
Yeah, for sure.
So this one is a...
So this is just a drawer from our geometry cabinet, which is also a material that you can... Are we top down or no, we're not? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is also a material that you can DIY at home, or you can purchase. This one is a purchased version. So just to kind of show you, if you do want to do a top down right here, I'll show you like kind of the progression.
Turn on the light.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better.
There we go. Okay. So the progression would be, and I have paper here and a pencil, would be that you could take one of these shapes. I'll just take this triangle, and then you could draw around it like this. And maybe traditionally we might do this on little squares of paper. I'm just doing it on regular paper, all right? This is a thin outline, all right? But we also could do it with a thick outline. Let me grab a marker, and I'll be careful not to draw on my Montessori materials. But here is a thicker outline for it. Okay. So the progression usually goes like matching to the thick outline first, and we could even make it even thicker, like this. So this, this is definitely something that members can do at home, just with any regular object around their house.
It doesn't have to be these beautiful...
It does not have to be these,
forms.
yeah. But essentially we're taking a look at something that has a solid outline, and we're matching it. So there's something that is filled in solid, and we're matching it to something that is just the outline of it. There are a lot of just general toys that you might find that carry on this concept. You might see in the toy department, or wherever you shop. You might start to see like there's like outline to shape matching.
You put the shape of the sheep to the sheep shape.
Right, exactly. And so this is, we're kind of making it a little more academic for children in this way.
And because each of these shapes has a specific name that I'm not going to be able to remember if you ask me right now, but...
What's this one?
That's what I just said. No, they all have... And so that's a part of it too. But it's a similar concept, whether you're matching the outline of the shape of the sheep to the sheep on the farm picture, or you're matching these very beautiful geometrics. And that actually leads us to the version that you'll have in your booklet. And then if you're following along at home, you can also read the directions step by step.
Yeah.
So we took that concept, or you took that concept, and you made a kind of a Christmassy holiday variation.
Yes. So this activity was actually inspired by cookie cutters that I happened to have in my drawer when my kids were little. I did not have a geometric cabinet, and I had not yet made my geometric solids either, but I knew that having an outline, like a physical object matching to an outline, was something that was really good to help develop their eyes, prepare the mind and the hand for reading. And so an easy variation where this activity came from was just from these cookie cutters, just drawing around them and having my kids match the cookie cutter to the outline. And from there, when this activity kind of got expanded and we created this set of printables to make it really easy for members, not that this isn't a great activity on its own. But just another fun variation is to have some solid pictures that do match to outlines. And so you can see how you can cut each of these out. And we have actually used this concept at least once, maybe more than once in our constellation themes.
For sure.
Thinking, was it in the dive?
We had one
Unit?
that I loved. It was from Bones, maybe, where we had the skeleton of animals.
Yes, I think it was
and
Bones.
the silhouette. So like you would have
Right.
the skeletal structure of a whale, and then you would have a silhouette of a whale, and you'd match them.
Right.
So if you're looking for that activity, I think it was in Bones.
Bones.
That's a really good one. That's in
Yeah.
the library.
It is. So, but I feel like holidays are a time where you can really take liberties with the Montessori lessons and make them playful and fun and thematic. And honestly, like during this time of year, as you keep mentioning, like this is the time when little people often have sugar plums dancing in their heads, and they're very distractible, and they just want to think about the holidays.
Well, frankly,
We
big people
celebrate
do
Christmas.
too, right? So
Yeah. I mean, the presents are gathering under the tree, or they will be gathering. They're shopping for gifts for people. And so why not have some fun with the Montessori materials and your lessons and keep the education going, but make it playful and kind of lean into that fun.
Now, how exactly? Just like real quickly, we would
Yeah,
show folks
so-
how exactly they would do this. Let me switch to the overhead so we can. So, yeah. So if you have, first off, you're going to print out your set, of course, and if you have a little guy, you use fewer. If your child's older, you can have a full set, or you can add. Like Aubrey said, you can even just make your own if you
Yeah.
want, or you can add to it. Sky's the limit. But in general,
Yes.
I'm going to move their tray here.
Yeah, so in general, this is what the directions say. So you've got your holiday outlines and your holiday silhouettes. And I mean, you guys can pretty much guess what is going to happen.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things about the way we do our lessons here at Child of the Redwoods through our themes, any thematic activities, is we script them so that you really have a good idea of what to emphasize when you present them. So here it instructs you actually to start with the candy cane, and we usually recommend that you start with a shape that your child might already be familiar with, or something that you might already have around the house. If
Something
you have
that's simpler, maybe as well.
If you have a real candy cane, that would be great to like get and put right next to it so they can see the silhouette. How that matches, and then talk about what a silhouette is. And so here we've defined it for you. So we're not just saying this is a solid, or this is, this is a candy cane. We're saying this is a silhouette of a candy cane. And a silhouette, and this says in the scriptedness, a silhouette is a dark, solid shape against a lighter background. We often see silhouettes at night when we see shadows on the wall. This is a silhouette of a candy cane. And then you show your child the outline of the candy cane. Can you find that for me?
Yeah, right here. Here we go.
And then explain what this thing is too. You say this is an outline of a candy cane. An outline is just the edges showing the shape, but not the middle part. And then you can just show your child how they're a match, and you can superimpose them on top of each other if you want to, or just let your child visually see that they are a match. And then you're going to just kind of move on, and you'll go ahead and spread out the other silhouettes for your child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, would you name these as you set them down? What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
So I might
Say, what do you see? A
stocking.
snowman,
Yeah. Ooh,
stocking.
This is a wreath, I think.
A
Oh,
wreath.
Christmas tree. So we'll just do a few. Gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have your rug, and you'd set out as many as you want.
Yeah. And you can set them out horizontally like this. You can set them out vertically like this. It's kind of just up to you.
But you want them ordered in some way. You don't want them to sort of
In a linear
randomly.
fashion. And then you can say, this is the one that, okay, so you'll say, this is the one that looks like a snowman. Let's find the match for the snowman. And somewhere else, it's hard to demonstrate here on this table, but you'll have mix these up and just kind of place them on a workspace nearby in a random order. And then you'll have your child look for the match. And here we can...
No, we need to open the lid so they can see.
Oh, so that they can see. Yeah, there you go. So then you'll have your child look for the match. And honestly, when I look at these, David, my eyes are just like, things seem a little bit wobbly even for me. I have to actually look and hunt for things. And here I found the snowman. And then we'll put them together. And what I like to do is I like to have children work from left to right and also top to bottom, because that prepares the mind for reading. It's just the traditional way we do it. And so I would take these, since we found the match, and place them up at the top left-hand corner. And then we would look for the next one. When we found the match,
I'd say,
we would...
I found, oh yeah, you want to do that one?
Yeah, we'll line those
stocking.
up. And then you can superimpose them too. Yep, it's a match.
Yeah, and it's like you said, so the shapes that we selected here are meant to be a little bit trickier. So for example here, these are all roundy. Roundy is an official word.
Yeah, this one's kind of roundy too.
Yeah. And so, if you're, it's maybe not super tricky to an adult, but honestly, you see them all laid out, it can be. And especially if you're training that eye, then you might start to confuse these shapes, or you might start to see like, oh, this is round and this is round, this is round, but then it has a straight part.
Yeah.
And, you can even kind of, now if your child is young, you're not going to do a lot of narrating. You're going to let the activity lead it. But if your child is older, you can kind of talk through the activity with them.
That's right. All right. So this is the first activity that we wanted to show.
Yeah. Remember, you can grab your own. Hold on. Let's see. If you didn't get your copy of the book, we have that over on our website, childoftheredwoods.com /Christmas. If you're watching this and it's June, it probably isn't there anymore. You have to email us.
That's right.
If you're watching it and it
wait until next Christmas.
Yeah. If you're watching it anytime, before Christmas 2024, you can still grab that there.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
Love that one.
Yeah, I love that one too. It's a really good one. I think I hear some jingling bells.
Oh, you do. Hey, it's Mr. Bunny.
Hey, hi. Yay, boy, I'm so excited. It's Christmas time. Yeah, I love Christmas time. I bet you didn't know this, but originally Santa used rabbits to pull his sleigh.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
I know. Most people haven't. It's and unfortunately, it's a lost part of rabbit lore.
Oh.
But it's true. Yeah, they trained for months and months and months, and these were really special. They were really big and
Wow.
strong. Yeah, they could really pull it. Their hopping was so powerful. They could really pull it. Yeah. Unfortunately, they had to stop using the rabbits. Yeah. The toys kept falling out of the sleigh.
Oh.
Boing. Boing.
Well, I can imagine a team of rabbits pulling Santa's sleigh. That's actually a really awesome image.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, it wouldn't be a Mr. Bunny segment without a really funny joke.
Aw.
Or at least a joke of some type.
Do you have one for
I
us
do,
today?
and this is a really good one because it is a Christmas joke. I bet you didn't know this, though, that in Santa's village, the alphabet only has 25 letters.
Wait, the alphabet's supposed to have 26 letters.
I know, but nope, not in Santa's village. It has
What?
25. Yeah. You know why?
Well, what letter is missing?
There's no L.
There's no L.
Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great holiday. I'll see you in January. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Bunny.
Oh, Mr. Bunny.
I was not expecting that punchline.
Mr. Bunny likes to
Is
keep
it
you
Z?
on your... Mr. Bunny wants to keep you on your toes, folks. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Bunny's final visit for the 2024. I think, though, he's going to rest up and bring some new, extra corny jokes for 2025. which will be right here on YouTube. You can watch us every Tuesday. We'll be returning in January. Now, of course, we are also available in other spots, and we would love to welcome you to our community. At childoftheredwoods.com, you can learn all about our different programs, which include the full curriculum for ages 2 to 9. You can homeschool your child using the Montessori method from ages 2 to 9 with our materials. It's all centered around this interdisciplinary learning style using themes. This month's theme is pirouette, which has been a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of things around ballet and dancing. This, I think for this week, we're featuring an original poem and some other fun stuff. And of course, do you remember what else we're featuring this week? Actually, let's look.
Well, I can just look at our cards because every single theme in our curriculum comes with these new planning cards. So let's see, what week is this? Is this week 3? 3. So for week 3, we have parts of a point ballet shoe.
Oh, this is a good one. So it's a parts card, 4-part card, and about a shoe.
Yes, and then we have an activity called dancing in point.
Dancing in point. Yeah, so here's our, I'll show those. Yeah, so these are the cards if you are following along for the week. Now, the way the program works in general is you are going to do the activities for the theme for this week, and it's sort of like a centerpiece, and then you're going to add some additional cards to it from the foundational curriculum, and that gives you a comprehensive educational plan.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as dealing out those cards
That's
and then
right.
looking up those lessons.
Yes.
So this is a good one. Now, next month we have Wheel.
This is dancing in point.
Which
is actually
this is perfect.
It's actually a geometry lesson.
Yeah, this is actually a perfect one based on what we just did.
That.
No, I actually did not. This is this is about point, line, square, and cube, which actually again is relevant to the lesson we just did with the outlines.
Yes.
So there's all that stuff fits together. It's really fun, and that's the essence of interdisciplinary learning, right? Okay.
Yes, well, let's take another look at one of the lessons from our free packet that our members can go download. Remember, you can get your copy at childoftheredwoods.com/Christmas.
Look at that.
Oh, perfect.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
that. That's beautiful. I didn't know you were going to do that.
I am full of surprises today.
You are. Well, friends, just because it's the holidays does not mean that math is off the table either, right? So this is the perfect time, and our primary members will love this. If you've taken the primary course, you know the sort and count activity and all of the learning that can go with that. So this is the perfect time for a holiday sort and count.
Yeah. Now, the sort and count is also something that we find in the core curriculum. So I'm going to, again, you can look these lessons up in our Explorer.
Yeah, you want to pull this one up right
Yeah.
now? So here it is in our packet, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab our little basket.
Yeah, so this is a math lesson from level 2, which means it's probably for the ages around 3 to 4 in general, but we don't, we're not really focused on grades. That's why they're leveled, levels 1 to 6. And basically, you're going to give a lesson sorting and counting objects by their attributes. Now, in this version, this classic version, you use 3-dimensional objects like little toy bears. I remember us having a whole collection of little toy things, like little bears or little cars or little toy frogs, and you'd have varying numbers of them, and then you would have them sort them according to the number there are, and it teaches the numbers 1 to 9 or no.
Yeah.
So this version that we have created for the packet, of course, it isn't 3-dimensional, but it is very fun and festive, and it makes a pretty big layout.
It does. We won't be able to demonstrate the entire thing here. We can show you what the materials look like that you'll get if you download the packet. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them around so you can see. Okay. So we have noticed that a lot of our members really enjoy doing a really huge layout with their kids, and so obviously these are all kind of mixed up on the table.
But you would use
but you could actually spread these all out all around your living room floor, and you're going to want to scatter them so that not all of the same kinds are in the same places.
Yeah, because there are, I think, 45 different cards, I think, something like that, because you have 9
Yeah.
of one, 8 of another, 7 of
Yeah.
another. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you can imagine spreading this out, but it's a great big work, and that could be really appealing, especially to older ones. They get into that lower L, and they probably already know their numbers 1 to 9, but it still can be a lot of fun. It's such a big work, and it feels like a puzzle.
Yes. And it also comes with numeral cards. So I'll just gather these back up again.
Gather those up. Yeah.
All right.
And these,
So yeah, it comes with these beautiful numeral cards where your child will, you can. I love that you made them kind of like candy canes.
they're candy cane. Come on, it's
They're
holiday.
cute.
Everything.
They're cute. So yeah, so you actually don't have to put the numerals in order if you don't want to. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to use all of these cards. You could just use some of them according to your child's skill level, or you can do the entire layout, which goes all the way from, I think, does it include 0 as well?
In this
from
set, we
0
actually
to
included
9,
0.
right?
The traditional lesson is 1 to 9, but introducing the concept of 0 is also completely valid.
Yeah.
And 0 means nothing, and you can find lessons about how to introduce 0 in the core curriculum.
Yeah.
But basically, the idea is like there's nothing that's going to go there. It's going to be all by itself. And that concept is...
Yeah, so this is actually how
we'll
we
get
have
to it.
designed this lesson. It's actually done a little bit differently in the way that you might expect. Of course, there's many different ways that you can do this lesson, but here's one way. All right, so we're going to gather up our cards. Oops, put them in the basket. All right, yeah, all mixed up, shuffled, in the basket they go. All right, and then we're going to take them out one at a time. So let's take it out and we'll name it
gingerbread man.
a gingerbread man. And we're just going to put it at the top left corner of your workspace. All right, in this case, our table, usually a rug. And then you're going to get out the next card and name it
Holly.
Holly. Now, this is the cool part. So we're either going to see, is it a match? Nope, it's not a match. Then we're going to put it right next to it. Okay, keep going.
Ornament.
Ornament.
Or a Christmas
Do you see
ball.
any matches?
Well, this is red and this is red, but they're the wrong size.
They're not the same picture.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not a match.
Oh, what about this one? This is a bell. I bet it's a jingling bell.
Let's check.
This is also round, but it
Not
looks
a
different.
match.
Yeah.
Yep, it's different.
Oh wait, how about this one?
This one, let's check.
Oh,
so,
it's another jingling bell.
Yes. Now, as an adult, you're like, yeah, it's the same one, and your child might too. But when you're modeling an activity like this, you want to go back to the beginning and show your child how to compare. Found the match.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave it right there underneath.
Yeah. Now here's another
Next
one.
one.
More.
Compare, not a match. Match.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the holly again.
Next one.
Yeah. Now, oh, I noticed this one. The orientation on this was different. Is
Ooh, cool.
it? Yeah. So we'll want to
Yeah.
switch that. Now this guy, snowman, and no.
Nope.
No.
So we start
Start
there.
a new row.
Yeah.
So you continue on. You could do fewer.
It's
if you
actually
wanted.
super satisfying to do this.
It
You know, even
is.
as an adult, I find it soothing.
It kind of
and
reminds me a little bit
enjoyable.
of playing.
Remember, you're going to go back here.
Sorry.
Not a match.
No,
Not a match.
So it kind of reminds me a little bit of playing solitaire.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So after you've got your entire layout, then you come over and you get the numbers, and you'll be counting. Now, what David and I know is that there's only going to be one of something, only two of something else, three of something else.
That's right.
But we don't really know what that will be. But once you've got the entire layout, you can count 1, 2, 3, and then these will be mixed up over on a separate workspace, and your child can find the number 3 wherever it may be and put the 3 with that group. So we can either put it on top, or we could put it under, doesn't matter, or you can gather them all up, put it on top, say, okay, we got that one, there's 3 of those, all right? And now we're looking for the others.
Yeah.
All right. So this is there are many different ways that you can play with these little pictures and their numeral cards. But I just think they're really cute and fun.
They are. They
Yeah.
are fun. Yeah, so this is one of the math. We actually have 2 math in the booklet, and 2 reading and writing. So the other math, which we're not going to demonstrate today, but you
Oh
can
yeah,
definitely.
but it's fun.
It's a really good one. It's called Odd and Even
It's
Santas.
the odd and even Santas. Maybe we'll have to show that one on Instagram.
Yeah,
or
maybe we'll
something.
do that on Instagram. But it's these cute Santa pictures, and you here. I'll switch here. Yeah, so you're gonna do these cute Santa pictures, and you're gonna match the number. It's a lot of fun too, and it's just a different but important concept. Yeah, we can do one on Instagram for that.
Yeah.
You can also just follow the directions in the book.
Or you could follow the directions. I know. I mean, it really is the beautiful thing. Is we try to provide a lot of variations on these Montessori activities, so that your child can just try a different lesson and do it in a slightly different way. I think that sometimes in Montessori we can kind of get stuck in feeling like the lessons have to be presented in only this one particular fashion, or like you always have to present the numeral cards before you present the pictures, or always the picture cards before the numeral cards. And I just feel like it's more intuitive and fun and playful and interesting when you create works that have different layouts, or you engage with the work in a different way. It can actually just bring new life to a work,
Yeah,
to a
'cause
child that's done it before in the
Yeah,
past.
because we've
a
talked
certain
about
way.
it before. If you followed us, you know this. Like the magic is not in the materials.
That's
It
right.
is in the philosophy, the theory, and so you can make a variation on, let's say, learning to count 1 to 9 that uses Christmas pictures or Halloween pictures or physical objects or beads or whatever. And you're still getting the concepts across.
Yeah.
And having fun with it, that's actually kind of par for the course. When you have fun with it, your joy will come through and it will infect the child, and vice versa. They will get joyful pleasure out of it, and you will get excited as well, and it keeps you going. So go up, grab a copy, have some fun with it, try it out. Let us know how it goes. We will probably put those other 2 lessons out on Instagram so you can see those layouts as well. But otherwise, I think I have to say that 2024 has been a very tiring year in some ways. But we made it to the end.
We did.
And
I mean, we should be tired. We revamped all of the lessons, like thousands of lessons in the entire curriculum, and created a brand new planning card system. So it was a lot for 1 year.
but
But
it was worth it because of all the folks out there who have been with us. Some of you guys have been with us for years, and it means so much to us.
know.
And I think we started Child of the Redwoods officially, I think, in 2017 or something like that. And you were doing it online through social media even before then, teaching. So it's been a long time, and we literally could not do this without our members and supporters. So thank you so much. And if you are not currently a member and you'd like to jump in on the fun, we would love to have you. You can find us at childoftheredwoods.com, and you can email us at hello@childoftheredwoods.com, and you can learn all about these cool cards that we've created that make planning really easy. Have an awesome 2025 for homeschooling with our system. And either way, have an awesome holiday season.
happy Christmas, friends.
Merry Christmas. Bye. Happy New Year.